Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul, and I'm joined by.
Thomas.
If you've not watched the Shallow Proclamation before, quite frankly, what are you doing? How do you fill your days without this? But we have a life, Paul. That's what people say. Um, we are watching through all of Doctor Who from 1960 onwards, and part of that is we're trying to watch some of the little bits of extra material alongside it. So I think, was the last thing we watched that was kind of extra material was the Wolves Skyray advert, which we both enjoyed very much.
We're really scraping the barrel, aren't we?
We were scraping the barrel very much, so got to get that content out there, get those likes. But we've got another song now, Thomas. So have we had two songs before? We had the one that's actually on the screen, I'm going to spend my Christmas with the Dalek by the Go-Go's. Was that our first one?
Yes.
I think it was.
And then we had the Roberta Tovey one, didn't we?
Yes, I forget what it was called. Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, thank you. Well, we've got another song now by Frazer Hines that came out just not long after sort of the Mind Robber in this kind of era. I don't know a huge amount about it. It's called Who's Doctor Who. It was released on the 11th of October 1968 on 7-inch vinyl, 45 RPM single. I do know that the B-side was called Punch and Judy Man, but I don't know what that sounds like. And I've just seen here on this thing, it says in the credits that the bass player was Alan Hawkshaw. Now, I'm pretty sure, I need to click on this and see, Alan Hawkshaw composed lots of themes for TV. I think he did the original Grange Hill theme tune.
No, no way.
Chicken Man, I think it's Alan Hawkshaw. He died. I remember he died a few years ago. He was quite says here he was a key musician in the disco scene. He worked with artists like Olivia Newton-John, David Bowie, Cliff Richard, and others.
Wow.
And he wrote themes for TV programs and movies. So I think it's the same guy. So there you go. Got a bit of cred this here.
So this is like some giants of British TV coming together to make a song.
It seems so, at least, of music TV. I don't know who the other guys are. I don't recognise their names, but it says here, in a long and distinguished career as composer, Alan Hawkshaw has written the music for more than 35 films, countless television programmes, including The Outsider, Silent Witness, Dreams Lost, Dreams Found, Magic Moments, and classic TV themes for The New Statesman, Grange Hill, Channel 4 News. And he wrote, come on, I'm just trying to open this and expand it out. He wrote the theme for Countdown.
No way.
Yeah.
That is a claim to fame.
Yeah, and he worked, like I say, Cliff Richard, Barbara Streisand, Tom Jones.
What a legend.
Loads of great stuff here. Worth looking up. Oh, it says in the 70s he joined the Shadows. That must be when he played with Cliff Richard then, because Cliff Richard's band originally was called the Shadows. So anyway, I digress.
Well, no, this is fascinating content. I mean, I'm intrigued to hear. I'm expecting an addition to my Spotify playlist here. So
absolutely. Well, it's like a Van Halen album.
Yeah. Oh, echoing the Doctor Who theme there.
Yeah, it's very much like that, yeah.
He has a time machine to travel through ages, to take a look at history. He simply turns the pages. He knows the prince of two and kings of two a penny.
Oh, hello.
Thinks of money, no, although he hasn't any.
It's quite catchy.
Yeah.
Who is Doctor Who?
Where is he from?
Some nice guitar work in here.
Nice woodwinds.
Yeah. Don't get much woodwind on modern tracks.
Yeah.
Whoa. It is like a precursor to Van Halen, some of this.
Can you do a cover of this, Paul?
Yes.
The easiest yes you've ever said.
I'm listening out for Alan's bass.
Yesterday and somehow we all follow. I wonder where we are today or where we'll be tomorrow.
Some good bass work there.
They all say, who is Doctor Who? Where
It is quite catchy, isn't it?
It is quite catchy.
what does he do?
He's not a bad singer, Frazer Hines, by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Who is Doctor Who? So I ask you, who's Doctor Who?
Oh, key change.
This is a bit like the Na Na Na's in Hey Jude.
Yes. This feels fun because it is actually a star from the show. The previous two, I mean, I'm going to spend my Christmas with a Dalek felt like a cynical cash grab. Roberta Tovey had at least been in the movie, but that we don't think of that as proper Doctor Who, do we?
No, certainly not.
Not part of the show's canon. So the fact that this is a real Doctor Who companion, you know what? I think that's the best Doctor Who related song of the three we've heard so far. I think that's my favourite. Now I realise that's basically saying being waterboarded is slightly preferable to the electric chair, but it had something to it, didn't it? It was catchy, as you say. The guitars were nice. It
is pretty catchy, and actually, I mean, although that woodwind bit might sound a little bit trite to modern ears, it's quite nice to have that variation. Because actually, the guitar sound is quite a. I mean, for the time, it was a relatively. It would be quite a modern sound, wouldn't it, to have that kind of screeching, highly distorted guitar in that way.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah, I mean, maybe Van Halen took a leaf out of their book.
Maybe.
What was your main influence for the Eruption guitar solo? Well, there was a song by
Are you familiar
Frazer
with
Hines.
Frazer Hines?
Oh, beautiful.
So there we go. I mean, I don't really know the story behind that, like how it came about or like why he decided to make it or anything. I'm sure someone in the comments will know, as our viewers on this channel often have lots of great trivia that we don't know. So if you do know more about where this came about, like where it came from, how it came about, and even how it did, I don't know how it charted or anything, or if it did chart, but
straight to number 275 for a week. Paul, but it does have your biggest bugbear, which is calling him Doctor Who, right?
I was going to mention that. Who is Doctor Who? That's a good
Frazer
question.
Hines should have known better.
He should know better. So when he asked the question though, who is Doctor Who? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know anyone called Doctor Who.
That's true.
I'm not familiar with this.
The Doctor, on the other hand.
Maybe this isn't actually anything to do with the TV show Doctor Who at all, because it doesn't feature a character called Doctor Who. We know that.
It's
so
completely separate.
By strange coincidence.
Although it does say Jamie of the TV series Doctor. Well, it happens to be him. So Jamie of the TV series Doctor Who is making a completely unrelated song called "Who's Doctor Who."
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, there you go.
You could just call it Doctor Who ? Couldn't you?
You could.
But yeah, hey, loved it. Well, thanks, man.
Anyway,
that was
not bad.
That's the related media I'm looking for. So
absolutely. Well, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you've enjoyed that, do go back and check out our reactions to I'm Going to Spend My Christmas with the Dalek and the Roberta Tovey song. I can't remember what it's called now off the top of my head. But do go and find those if you haven't already. They're good fun. And the Wall Sky advert. And just join us on the trip through Doctor Who. We'll be picking up soon again with the episode 1 of The Invasion, continuing the Troughton era. But otherwise, give us a subscribe and check your comments below, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you.